Hello. How are you today? This is Donna Singleton. Whoops, hang on, I gotta shut off my volume on my computer. I always forget to do that. So, today, let's see. I have been playing with this counting sheep. Did I say who this is? This is Donna from Donna's Creative Space. Oh my goodness. I have been playing all morning. And I wanted to do something from the latest catalog, the Sale-A-Bration catalog. So I thought, well, I'll do this, the counting sheep. I love sheep. And so here is the free stamp set you can get. It's right here. If you place an order, that's $50 in product. You can choose this for free. And if you add another $50 and you spend $100, you can get the dies that cut everything out. So I'm using both of these today, both the dies and the stamps. So if you are watching on the live, please say hello. I am a little bit disorganized this morning. Like I said, I've been playing all morning, and all of a sudden I looked at my watch and it was after 12, and I went, oh my gosh, I gotta do my live. So I've been making sheep and coloring them and popping things out and stuff. So I thought that I would just, let's see, oh goodness. So there's my little ship. That's my little, oh, that's sliding around. Let me get another piece of tape. I am trying to earn the incentive trip, and well, this I printed out yesterday, and it says I'm 1,300 points away. But hi, Jill, how you doing? But I actually got some more orders, and I am only 1,100 points away. So I'm very excited for that. I really, really want to earn this trip. It would be my first one that I've ever earned, being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I've never been this close. So fingers crossed. I am trying my hardest. So like I said, I'm really, gosh, that's old. So I'm really 1101 points away. Woohoo! I just didn't update that this morning. And I get a point. I get a point for every, oh, you're interested in watching this? Good, Jill, you're in the right place, I guess. But I get a point for every dollar I sell. So I have till the end of September. So I am trying really hard. Now, well, this one I don't want to show you. I've been just playing. I've got pieces everywhere. I've got sheep everywhere. And so the first thing I wanted to do is I was looking at the brochure, the Sale-A-Bration brochure, and I thought this one was really cute. But you know me, I'm a little lazy sometimes, and I didn't want to dig out my dies for the EWE, for the U. Because I do have those dies. I do have them. But I don't know. I just want a different route, because I like to change it and make it my way. So these are the dies, and I know I'm missing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, they're all there. These are the sheep dies, like I showed you, that you can get for free. Hi, Rachel. How are you? And hi, Lori. How are you? So I'm going to try a little something different. I have cut out a bunch of pieces, and I want to try a few things. It's going to be kind of an experiment. So I don't know, my desk is like such a mess right now. And it was kind of funny. I said, when I realized what time it was, I said, oh boy, I better get going and log in. I didn't realize it was after 12. So, all right. So I am going to play around with this one here. So that's Stampin' Up's version, right? So I'm going to do this one, but you know, I'm just going to put my own spin on it. And I did a lot of die cutting ahead of time. I'm going to show you how I colored the sheep, because I have a few different sheep out, and get a piece of scrap paper. I'll show you the sheep I have colored. Let's see. Here's another project I'm going to show you. And these two I colored. This one I colored in Balmy Blue, and this one in Soft Sea Foam. Aren't they cute? I just love them. And then, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. This one is kind of an experiment. I was playing around, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do. They're all actually experiment. This guy here isn't colored. Oh, I guess I could show you how I colored him on him. This one I colored with Petal Pink. Hi, Sue. How are you? Happy Friday. This one's Petal Pink. And the way I did this, I have my lifter and then a light color. I'll do a blue one because I think that one will show up on camera better. So I'll do I have my light and dark Balmy Blue Stampin' Blends. All right, so we'll color but I'm gonna stamp him so that he's on a bigger piece so that it'll be easier for you to see. And maybe I'll use them. I'm not sure. Now I'm looking around for, oh, here's some. Looking around for some grid paper. Oh my goodness. If this doesn't look like a mess here, if you ever saw what looks to the sides of the camera and behind me, it's a total mess. But I think it's because I was getting all ready. I have that leadership training. Oh, look, I put a fingerprint already. Leadership training starting this afternoon. The scales. Oh, this paper is, let me show you. This is that pack. I do want to show you something else. This is called the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. This is a great pack. It has such fun. I don't have a lot left in here, but I use this on my, well, I do want to show you that too. This is it. This is my card. This I use for my card class to go. In fact, thanks, Rachel. That's a great segue. This is the Pattern Party paper pack, Designer Series paper pack. The only way you can get it is if you host a party or your orders are high enough to get it. Whenever you can be the host just by getting to $150 and then you're the host. If you get this pack is 48 sheets. It's awesome. It's got it's all colored on one side and lots of bright colors, and they're not all here, but see these hearts. I'll show you my card kit in a sec. This one I'm going to use today. The scales. I don't know. That's like a leopard print maybe. I'm not sure. And then some blues. But the other side of these are all like black and white, which I'm going to use some of those today too. So it's kind of a really cool paper because of that. And so you got colors on one side and the black and white on the other. So that's the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. It's $48. What catalog is it in? Is it on this? I'm trying to think. It's not. I think it's in the annual catalog. I'm just going to pull it out because I'm pretty sure it's in the annual catalog as a host. So if you were to place an order of $180, once you get to $150, you're the host. But if you place the order, it's probably way in the back because it's host. Here it is. So if you place an order of $180, you get the 10%. So you would get to get this for $18. And it's an awesome pack because 48 sheets, so it's double the size of a regular pack of Designer Series paper. But it's really cool, and I just finished, well, the card class is still going on, but my Sunny Sentiments card class to go, let me show you this. Let me move this because now I've got a mess here. The Sunny Sentiment card class to go is if you shop with me between now, if you place an online order of $35 or more in my online store, right here, donnasingleton.stampinup.net, you would get this card class for free. And as you can see, all I used is the black Memento ink. So you don't need any, all you need is one color ink if you have that. and some rhinestones or something to decorate it, and adhesive, because you are going to get a card pack. And I brought it here. Hang on. I wanted to bring this out to show you how so you'll need the stamp if you want to use the sentiments exactly like mine. But here's what you're going to get. Let me move this away. Oh my goodness. I got too much on my table right now. You're going to get this card kit right here. And it makes 8 cards, 2 each of the 4 designs. And you get this written instructions that I give you, printed instructions, and you will get a path, which is right under this yellow piece of paper right there, but you'll get a path to a private video that you can watch me put them together. It's like you're getting like a private class, and you can watch it anytime you want. I upload it to YouTube, but it's, like I said, it's a private video. So this is what you get. So here's one of the cards. You know, I punched everything for you. I tied bows. We die cut. I have a friend that helps me. And we just cracked out all these one day. And so you get everything that you need, like I said, except for the stamp. This one is a fun fold card, so it's that longer version. It's still a card base. You have a card base here, but it opens the other way. What else? And one more. So look at this one. So we punched, we die cut. Look at everything you're getting. Bows are tied. This twine you don't tie, but you have enough to do what you need to do. And let's see. Yep, that's it for that one. So that's the 4 kits that you'll get for free if you place an order. And they, like I said, they make these 4 cards. All right. Like I said, directions, private video. All right, I got that out of the way. So that's right there. Sunny Sentiments. My second card class to go. So I'm going to show you now. We'll get back to what we're going to do today. And now that I pushed all my stuff away. You're welcome, Rachel. I know, that was, I gave you, but I used that pattern paper. I want to show you this. I used that pattern paper. See? That's all this background. All these, even this masculine card, the blue and that, and then this one. So that's what made me think of it, and unfortunately I went off on a tangent. But I did want to show you that. So I have stamped this little guy. Let me do one other and I'll show you. All right. Because I did all my stamping already because I really wanted to get in, get out. Because like I said, I have that leadership training later today. I was supposed to be in Las Vegas for it, but because of COVID and everything, they switched everything to online. All right, so, I was just going to show you how to, gosh, I'm sorry. I'm going to show you how I colored these. And so all I did is I took my light one, and it takes a little while to do what I'm doing, so that's why I decided to do it ahead of time, but I'm going to show you so that you can use it. You can do it some other time. But like I said, you can get these two, the die and the sheep. If you spend $100, you can get the set, you know, each item. All right, so I took the light balmy blue, and I just kind of put a little bit of color where those little, let me see if I can zoom in. Did I zoom in enough? Is that better? I'll have to wait a second, see if you can see. Yeah, I think that's better, right? So I'm putting a little bit of this balmy blue on here, just wherever they had those little lines. And then I go back and use the color lifter, which is kind of, it's not an eraser, but it kind of, the solution in it kind of lifts that color away. So maybe it's just filled with alcohol. I'm not really sure. But I go over that, and I'm not sure if the video is, if the camera's picking this up. Let me show you what it looks like right now. Can you see how blue it is? Because what's going to happen is it's going to get lighter. See how it's blue? And so this kind of, in a way, bleaches. It lifts the color out. So that's what it looks like now, and as it dries, it will get a little bit lighter. And that's what I did with this one. I'll just do him in the green so you can see the two colors I used. This one, oh, this one I used the dark. I meant to use the light, but we'll try it with the dark and see what happens. And then you do the same thing, and it kind of lifts the color out. To me, it makes it look like it bleaches it. I should have used I picked up the wrong soft sea foam. That's the soft sea foam dark. I meant to pick up the light, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we just have a dirtier sheep. But you do that, and then if you go to color the rest of your sheep, I did the darker, well, let me use the other end. For his hoofs, I used the darker balmy blue. The dark, not darker, but it is darker. The dark balmy blue. And I did his face, or her face. Maybe it's a her. I don't know. And did the face and the ears. I don't think they're a blue sheep, but I thought it was just so cute. So that's what I did to color him, and obviously I used the little end. I did the same thing with this guy over here. Make sure on these, he's got his eye open, so you want to go around the eye. I'll lift this up again when I finish. All right, so that's how I colored them. All right. And hi Iris, how are you? Oh, thanks, Jill. So that's what I did. So if it see how it lightened that blue, and it's starting to lighten the soft sea foam. If I had used the light, oh, it's over here. I had it in the wrong spot. If I had used the light, it would have come out better. But it's still, you can just go back in and use your lifter again. You don't even have to color them. It kind of just gives it like a shadowing effect. All right, so that's how I did it. And then when you, if you're doing it right on your card, just like this, right? But if you have the dies, if you happen to spend enough, you would just take your dies, and they fit so nicely on here. And all three sheep have a die, and just run it through your, oop, I better unzoom. Hang on a sec. Am I back to, let me make sure I'm back to, I think I'm back. I think I'm back out. Oh, sometimes I zoom in and I forget, and then all you're seeing is my knuckles. All right, so then you run it through your die cutting machine. But I wanted to do it ahead of time, and these dies are great. You have a flag, a balloon, a couple of clouds, a sun, a party hat, and I love this little fence. So that's how you color your sheep. So you go ahead and color, and then you cut out. And I am going to play around with one thing first. And I cut out a lot of stuff, and I just don't know what I'm going to use. I have two party hats that I colored in, and for coloring them in, they're very tiny. I used just my regular, where's the other one? My regular Stampin' Up markers. These don't blend, but they work great for small areas. I took the colors kind of out of here. Oh, I could have done the balmy blue too, because there's blue in there. So, like I said, I'm going to sort of recreate this guy. This is my inspiration right here. And let's see. So what they did, what it looks like they did, because it's hard to see, but I've got something sticky on the back. Isn't that pretty? Look at the back of that. So these papers are really nice, this paper pack. So the back, see how it looks kind of pinkish? So I figure they must have, blended with color on the back. So I have two pieces because I'm not sure I'm going to like it. So I got two pieces, and I've got my blending tool, blender brush. You could use the colors that parents are selecting. Exactly, Iris. Absolutely. That would be awesome. And then they could like frame it too. Sometimes you make cute little cards and people frame them or put them up on a mantle or a shelf. So I like to start off the edge, but I'm just going to color this. So we're going to get rid of some of that white background. And like I said, I have 2 pieces because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I love these brushes. They're so soft and they work so nice. And you don't get your hands as dirty. I mean, I get this finger might be dirty from holding it, but this side, not so much. All right, so that's, oh, I didn't tell you. This is Flirty Flamingo because I pulled out one of the colors out of here. This, don't forget the Stampin' Up! Has a blender pen. Yes, you can use a blender pen. I use them with the watercolor pencils. I think they come out great with the watercolor pencils too, Jill. But yes, that is true. So this is what I was thinking. That's the background, right? And I have this off to the side so you can see it kind of. I'm going to move some things. And then I cut out one of these scallop rectangles. This is from the, oh, where'd it go? The scalloped. I use it all the time. And I put it down. And it's around here. Oh, here it is. It's just covered up. This is the scalloped contour dies. If you don't have this yet, this is an awesome. I use them a lot because I could cut just a rectangle. A rectangle of the basic white, but I think sometimes when you get the stitched rectangle with the scallop cutting, I just think it adds to it. So I did where did he go? See, I just threw a bunch of pieces in here, and now I don't know where he is. Where did I put the little sheep? Was I going to do it? Oh, goodness gracious. Hang on. For some reason, I want to say I lost my sheep. I think I might have. I might have to. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Is that him? Well, that might be the one we... Oh, that is the one that I wanted to use because I know what I want to do is I want to do him too. That's right. That's why. I'm glad I didn't show you on that. I knew there was a reason I had him cut out. So see how he looks kind of pink? I'm just going to go over this with the same color with the Flirty Flamingo and kind of color him in a little. Start off. And I'm just going to go all over. I'm not trying to color him in. I'm just trying to, whoop, a little darker on his behind or his bottom. So that looks good. All right. I think I'm done with this ink now. All right. Let me put that aside. So he's all colored in, or she maybe. Yes. Yes. That's what I wanted to. Okay. So now I was sitting here going, well, geez, they have this whole thing. So I need something big on the side, but I did cut out a bunch of these flags because they have, I keep moving that, but I want you guys to see it. They have, oh, it looks blurry. Oh, it got better just then. They have him holding, or her, holding these flags. So I cut out a bunch of flags. And I was thinking these 2 colors, right? But I didn't like that the flag bottoms were, the stick was the same color. So I grabbed my black marker. Where are you, black marker? I know I grabbed, oh, here it is. I put in the little bin. And I took these flags, and this is what I want to do. Because I did this, I was going to put a balloon, but I took the marker end, the paintbrush end, and I just went like this on the end. I just felt it made it look not more real, but you know what I mean. Right? And I did have a balloon somewhere. Let me do this one because I don't know which color I want to use. But just go from the bottom of the flag, just do the post itself. And I think it makes it look more real. Oh, and then the hooves. I'm going to color his hooves in while I'm here. Maybe I'll use that. Get him off my card. I'm just going to color his little hoofs. Maybe I should have, because I don't want to color his face with this color. I think I might leave his face. Yeah, I'll probably leave his face. Do I want to color his ears? I think I'm going to color his face. No, I'm going to color his... I think maybe I'll use a little bit of a light gray for his ear. This is light smoky slate. Yeah. Ooh, should I color his face? I'm going to color the face. I'm going to color the face. Okay. Oh, look how cute! You know what? I got to do his arms. Or legs. I guess they're legs. All right. He sort of comes to life. He or she. All right, so, oh, I know why. So they have this big, you know, these block letters U, E-W-U, E-W-E on the side with exclamation point. So I needed something over here kind of big. So I took a piece. This is from the, oh gosh, what was the name of this paper? Hang on. This is the In Good Taste? Yes, In Good Taste Designer Series paper. And I took the, where did I put the dies? Here. I took the little fence die, and it has little lines in it too. And I cut it out, and look at how cute it is. It's got some cutout in it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can hold it closer and let it, if I let it sit there for a second, maybe the camera will catch all the, see? Can you see all the little cut marks? Like it's little like lines, like made it look like the grain of wood. All right, so that's what I used. It's just a piece of that wood paper. All right, and let's see. All right, so I just thought they have it like this down first and then this at an angle. I thought it needed something to the side, so I was going to put this on here and then kind of have, I don't know whether I call her, just like that. And I didn't know whether I wanted to do You're Amazing. I stamped it on a circle, you know, and I thought that might be kind of cute. But I also have So Glad It's Your Birthday. And I cut out different backgrounds. Oh, I want to cut, you know what I want to do? Before I go further, I got to cut this little grass. Probably losing you guys because I'm just going to put some grass just in this corner. Maybe I'll put it over here too, so you see it behind the fence maybe. Guess I'm gonna do it all over. Okay, just a little bit. All right, kind of ground our sheep, and then, oh, that's cute. Then that'll go there, and she can be walking in the grass. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the green background, but then I probably, oh, you know what I did? Let's see, which way is the, yeah, I guess they're all right. So maybe I won't use the green flag since I'm going to use the green background. Oh, look how cute. That's cute, right? What do you guys think? I think my fence needs a little bit of, I don't know, something. I bet you if I cut it out of darker wood, it would have been better. But you know what I could do? Let me try something. Let me grab some, soft suede. Move this aside because I think I want this a little darker. I have a different brush. This is clean. And I told you I was experimenting today. So I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. Oh, and look how it picks up the lines in the wood. Nice. Oops, I wrinkled it. Oh yeah, I think it, so either get darker wood, a darker wood grain, because there are plenty of different wood grains in that package, or you can just color it like I just did. Okay. So that's a little darker. So you know what? I am going, do I want to put, I pulled out this ribbon. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to make one of my, use a dinner and a highlight. A dinner and a highlight it? Use it. I don't know what you mean, Iris. A dinner. Maybe that was an autocorrect and it changed. what you were saying. I'm going to do my Sharpie technique to make a little knot. And if you don't know my Sharpie technique, well, it's not mine, but I call it that because I use it so often. I tie a knot. I take the ribbon, wrap it around a Sharpie, and I use a Sharpie because it has the smooth ends so we can slide it off. Look at my fingers. Just what a mess I am. And I'm going to tie a knot like that. And I'm leaving just a short end because I know I want to put it off to the side. It's just going to be behind here. So I'm going to cut off about here. Daubler. Daubler? Dauber? Yes. Yes, you can use a dauber. One of these right here. One of these daubers. If you don't have one of those blending brushes. It must have auto-corrected on you. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some adhesive. Geez, I didn't even check to make sure that my adhesive was full, but I think it is. Looks like there's enough in here. And I'm going to put this off to the side, off to the left side, and this side will just wrap around, and this side, sticking like that, right? And you see the loop? See that loop? Well, what I'm going to do, well, I'm going to put it down first. Let me lift this up. And I'm going to, you can trim off some of this. We don't need all this in the back, if you'd like. Sorry, I think I might have gone off the image area. Okay. So I still have my loop on the sides. All right, so I'm going to put this down here on this. This is, I haven't told you anything, spell check. Yes, Iris. 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Our normal top folding card base. So I'm going to put this down here. You can decide whether you want your fish scales going up or down. I have them kind of up because, see, I think we could have done it with this, but that just seems so white, and the white of this just didn't seem good. So that's why I had a second piece, in case I didn't like the blending of it. So that's that. So when you have this Sharpie technique thing, what I like to do is this little loop here, you just take your scissors. Let me see if I can get high enough. You put your scissors inside the loop and you cut it at an angle like that, and then you just gently pull out the sides and you have this cute little knot. See that? Just like that. And you can trim them down if you want. Alright, so now I think that's perfect right there. Nice. So I just wanted something on this side too, and I think I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals, and we'll start with that. And this is a big piece, so I'm going to put a few because I am building on it, and I don't want it to sag. All right. Gosh, it's another hot one out there. Glad I'm inside. All right, so we'll put that there. And just center it. Okay. Now, this one, I can tape this on. That's going to go over there. I'm not going to put it down yet. Oh, I forgot I had these hats. I think I'll put the hat on the, I think I'll put a hat on him, or her, but I'll wait. And this, I'm going to put this down over here, right? But I think I'm going to use liquid glue for that. And just put a little bit here and there. You don't want a lot because you don't want it to squeeze out the side. Just like that. I don't want to get it. I'm going to use that dotted line, the stitching, to put it down. Nice. Okay. I'm going to trim my ribbon. All right, now she's going to go over here. Oh, so cute. So this here is going to go over there. And I lost my, here they are. I think these I'll put on. Let's see. I wonder if I can put them in her hand, like behind her hand, kind of. It's hard to pick them up. Or maybe I'll just put them, maybe she'll just stay flat like that. Because I'm going to try something. I'm trying to pull out my adhesive, not adhesive mat, my silicone mat, and I'm going to put some glue on her. See, I love that. See how it kind of just stays right on the paper? And that way, I'm going to put these two down, right, and see if I can just grab them. Oh, look at that. Perfect, right? So now they're on there. Now I can put her up on dimensionals. And what I'll do, I'm going to take my scissors. Where are my other scissors? Here they are. I'm going to cut a little piece of dimensional that I'm going to use right kind of over these flags, because that'll help hold them in place. And then I'm going to take a half of one, or a little bit more than half, and put it there, and I'll put another one here. Okay. I can get rid of my silicone mat. And then, oh, look how cute. Now I could put, you know what, I think I need to put behind these. And I do have the minis, but they're not as high as, well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one right like that. Oops. So that it kind of holds the two together. And then I'm going to cut a little piece, a little skinny piece, more for the red. I don't know if I need one on the other side of the, that's Mango Melody. So it's not red, it's Poppy Parade, and it's Mango Melody. Mango Melody? Yeah, Mango Melody. All right. Oh, look how cute. Oh, that's cute. But she needs a party hat. Where did I put the party hat? Oops, we haven't put that on yet. Oh no, did I lose it? I have this one, the red one. I wanted the one that had colored too. Well, maybe I lost it. You know, there's so much on here that, thought maybe I had it underneath. It's probably like, here, let me stand up for a second. Oh, it was on my lap. It was on my lap. All right, so this is a cute little hat. So that I'll put on with a glue dot. It's tiny. You could do it with the, oh, I'm going to have to roll the glue dot a little because the hat is small. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Oh. And this is going to go on with dimensionals. I'm going to put my dimensionals. Oh my gosh. How cute. I don't know. That hat looks like it's kind of... Alright, so cute. I'm not sure about this hat. It doesn't look like it's on the right way. I don't know. Should I put it... Maybe... Oh, maybe it goes like that. That might be better. I think it needs something behind it, though. Let me take it up for a second and put a little... It's got to be a skinny piece. A little skinny piece behind the top part so that it won't sag down. We don't want saggy things. Yeah, I think it has to go up like that. There. What do you think? Now we need some bling. Geez, I built that whole thing. Oh, look how cute. Oh, you know what? It needs something in front of this fence. I did cut out some... I don't know where I put it. I had cut out some little pieces of... Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna take a piece of this green. I don't know if this is gonna work, so if it doesn't, I'll just throw it away. It's only paper, right? I think I was just cutting outside the image area. Not image area, the view area. Oh! Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, I think it just needed something. So I will put this on with a little bit of glue. Right over the, it's going to be right over the post. I don't know. It just felt like it needed something. I think that looks okay. What do you think? Do we need some bling? Let's just throw some rhinestones on. And let's see. I'm not thrilled with the party hat. I think the glue dot, because I rolled it. I think the glue dot, because I rolled it, and now I just hang on a sec. Hang on. I think because I rolled the glue dot, it made it seem so wide, like high. And I don't want that, so, and I really want to use this party hat. So I'm going to get that glue dot off with this adhesive remover. These work great if you don't have one. And I'm going to, now I got the little piece behind the little piece behind the top came off when I pulled it up. So I have to put another piece up top, right? Because that goes over the edge. And I'm just going to put a little dot of glue because I think it'll sit better. I think. Oh, did you see what I did? I did the wrong one. I like the one with the green in it. I put it on the wrong one. Okay, there. All right. Get the backing off my dimensional. Oh yeah, that's going to sit better. Much better. You probably couldn't tell on the camera, but I could tell from in person. All right, so now, see, now it's nice and flat. It was sticking up in the air. I'm going to use the little teeny ones. And there's like a lot of white space in the middle here. I'll put a couple there. Put one up here. I think that's enough. Okay, that's done. So it's like quite a bit of difference than that one from the one in the book. But like I said, I took a couple of things. They put the white scallop on an angle. They did put some green behind them. And of course, this is all different over here. But so I used the dies, that had this flag and the hat and the fence. So I kind of like it. It's different. Okay, so let's do another quick one. Well, I hope it's going to be quick. And so I have this flag and that hat extra. So we'll just keep those to the side because, all right, I don't think I need this one anymore because I wasn't using anything anymore out of there. But that was that one. So I think, I don't know, I think I like theirs, but I like mine too. All right, so, gosh, those things are everywhere. All right, folks. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this next one. I thought this one was going to be cute, but I really don't know. I decided to punch out a bunch of stuff. And let's see. I already colored my sheep. I did it just like I showed you, right? And so I got this fence. I cut them out of the white, and then I cut them in half because I thought I might put them on either end. We'll see. And I cut a couple of clouds, and then I have this the sentiment, you're amazing, and I have again, so glad it's your birthday in square. Oh, look at that's the opposite side. That is in green. And the clouds were in white. That I thought would be good for grass. So, and I really liked, I started out with this. This is what I started out with. And I colored these two because I thought they went great with that. But then I thought they needed some ground. Let me move this up. I'm kind of out of the image. Then I thought they needed some grounding. So I thought I'll put on, oh, let me fix my paper. It looks like I folded it at an angle. Let me just line up, even though we put the score lines in there, line it up on the corners and crease it. Okay. Yeah, this side looks better. All right, so then I thought, well, I'll put, this is from that same paper pack. See the black and white pattern on one side and green on the other? That's a great pattern, a great designer series paper if you're looking, because if you get a big enough order, maybe you get it with a couple of friends, you can call me. I'll put a host code together for you, and then you can just have a couple of friends go on your order. You could be the hostess, and once your order gets to 150, you get rewards. If you get to 180, you can buy this large paper pack for $18. Only as a host, though. This is what I was thinking. These guys here, I did have a balloon. Oh, here it is. So I cut out the balloon in Granny Apple Green, and I did the same thing with the marker, and I used the marker to color the string. I just think it looks, not that it looks real, but it looks more realistic, I should say. So I had these two guys, right? And I wanted to have the clouds, so I cut out a couple of clouds. And I really wasn't sure how they would go. I know this could be grass. I don't know what the striped pattern is, but it's just there because I really like the colors. So I was just kind of playing around, and now I'm thinking this one looks too wide. I wonder if I should put the green over it. Should we have more green? Let's see. More green. That looks like too much. I think I'm going to take off, let me take off, I'm going to take off a ½ inch and see what that looks like. I have my trimmer off to the side. I'll save that for the inside. And let's see if that is better. I just wanted this color. I love this stripe. Yeah, I think that's better, right? And then I thought, this is what I'm thinking, right? You know, I said, oh, I'll cut this off. And I was thinking if I put just a piece on either side, that might look kind of cool. You know, like they're, so that's what I'm going to do. So bear with me. I'm going to go ahead and make it permanent now. Sometimes I just like to lay it out beforehand. Alright, and then this is going to go up maybe about that high. Don't you see the back of this? I love doing when I did this card class, the Sunny Sentiments. Oh my god, I just love. I think this paper made the card kit. So I'm just going to overlap it by, I don't know, 3/8 to ½ inch. So I'm leaving about 1 inch of the green showing, kind of using my grid paper. So what I was thinking was, let's see, the post, I really can't tell whether the post is short on the bottom or tall, or does it even matter? I think what I'll do is I'm going to put it down with multi-purpose glue. People call this the green glue. It's not green. It's just in a container that has green on it. It's Definitely white glue. So this one I'm going to cut, and I cut and I'm going to put it right up against the edge. I already trimmed, you know, I already cut that off. So this one, I'll put it on and then I'll trim off the edge, because all I did was put this in my paper cutter and just separate it. It doesn't have to be exact. I'll just put it down where I think, and then I'll go back and cut it off. Maybe like here. Okay. I don't know, guys. This is another one that I'm just kind of playing around. And I thought the clouds, maybe I'll just put them up like that, right? And then they'll have that on. The sun will go over them. This guy's going to go here. Where's the other one? Oh, over here. Oh, cute. All right, before I go further, let me cut this one off. Take those pieces, put them right in the trash. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to take this piece, put some glue on it. I'm going to put it on the bottom. I don't know if I'm in the image area. I'm going to put it on the bottom so that we don't waste it, and then I'll cut that off. And then this will go on our inside of the card. But just figured I'd do it while I thought of it, since we had that scrap, right? Okay, that's the inside of the card. That's cute. All right, so back to here. So let me place these again. Let me do the same thing with this little guy's hand with the, right? And then I love using my silicone mat for that. So if this is here like this, right? See, I like the fence behind them. I don't know where I'm going to put this, though. I think I want it to be a birthday card. What if I put that there? Maybe I'll do that. And then the clouds will go up here. Well, actually, I could do this. I could do the clouds, right? And the sun. Okay, let's see. Let me just get this in her hand. All right. So if she's here, if I put the clouds over there, I could do this. I could put that up there. What do you guys think? Is anybody still watching? I don't know. Maybe I'll just do this. Did you ever see that Ferris Bueller's Day Off? I always think when I'm saying, is anybody still watching? Bueller? Bueller? Maybe I'll just put him up like that. Oh, I think that's cute. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll leave that up in the corner like that. What do you think? Do you like it up there? See, if I put it over there, there's like so much going on over there. So I think I'll put it up here. So I cut out clouds, but I cut them out of that green paper, thinking it might look good around here, but I hate to cover up the fence. I like the fence. I'm not going to cover it. I don't think I'll use it. All right, I'm going to put these up on dimensionals. Thanks, Iris. And this one, I'll see if the, oh good, a dimensional fits perfect in there. And then we'll put one here. One here. I do tend to use a lot of dimensionals. That's okay, I know someone that sells Stampin' Up. Huh. crack myself up. All right, and I'm going to put a dimensional right over that, right behind the hand, so it kind of, just like the other one, it kind of holds that balloon. And I don't know about you, but I just think that coloring this, the string of the balloon and the post. Oh my God, I think they're so cute. I don't know, it needs something. I wonder, I could do, what do I have for colors left? I just have this left. I could do You're Amazing. No, I want it to be birthday. I think the clouds can go flat, and I think I'm going to use the liquid glue for this. Put that one there. And this one over here. I really like these dies. So if you missed the beginning of this, you can get this set for, you can get the stamp set if you spend $50. You can get the stamp set for free if you spend $50. If you spend another $50, because usually the die sets during Sale-A-Bration are only if you spend $100. But now if you spend the $50, you get the stamp set for spending $50 and spend another $50, you get the die set. So, or you could just get the die set just to get those other pieces, but it's a great deal if you spend $100. Get those two items. Now the sun I'll put up on a dimensional, and a dimensional fits perfectly. Oh, that's so cute. All right, so what do we want to do with this? I'm not sure about that. Kind of needs something. Don't you think it needs something behind it? But I didn't, maybe well, let's see, I have some green here. I could put a skinny piece of green behind it. That might, or maybe, let's see, do I have any of that? Where is that scrap? Let me see. I don't know, what do you guys think? Give me some ideas for that. Should I put a piece of the green behind it? Should I put, let's see, what else do I have that I can put behind it? I don't know. Well, maybe I don't need to put anything behind it. I could just put it like that, right? It should have something. Oh, you know what I kind of like to do? Let me see. I have some scrap black. Let's see. If I just, what if I were to just do really just a hair of black? What do you think of that? Oh, maybe the yellow. That will do it. I think I'll do the yellow. Daffodil. Where did I put my daffodil? Right behind me. Alright, so let's see. That's what I'm going to do, guys. Ink the edges. I could, but you know what? This is 1 3/4 by about 3/4. I don't want to do, I don't think I want to sponge this one, Jill. So that was about 3/4. So I'm going to go, let me try. I'm just going to do a 7/8. So let me see if that's going to be wide enough. Yeah, I don't even want it that wide. This was less than, 7/8. Well, I don't want to cut it too short. So 1 3/4 by, let's see. Let's see how this looks. I hope I cut it right. I didn't even want it. I don't know. I wonder if I should just use this type of thing again. Maybe I will. Let's try something. Let's see how big that is. Maybe it, oops, I might have knocked the camera. Sorry, guys. Would that be too big up there? If I would have... Yeah, I just want this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do some trimming on this by hand, I guess. I really only wanted like a hair of the yellow showing. So I'm going to put it down. Oops, I'm not in the image, am I? Sorry about that. I'm going to put it down just like this. That's about how much I wanted it to show. Just a hair of the yellow. So I didn't want it to be overpowering. And I wonder, I think I can use my... Oh, I wish I had my little trimmer. Where did I put my little trimmer? Hang on, let me get my little trimmer out. I see it on the shelf. I haven't used this guy in a long time. I hope I don't mess it up. Let's see. I want to put this, I want it right about there. Oh, I hope I don't mess it up. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit, that's better. And just a hair off of this side. Probably not even in the image area. Cute. All right, perfect. I forgot about this guy. I haven't used him in a while. All right, I think that's just enough. Cute. Yay, I like that now. Okay, so I have an extra fence. These are extra. I'll save all my extra pieces. We need some dimensionals. Not dimensionals, rhinestones, Donna. Rhinestones, not dimensionals. So whenever I see like a lot of empty space, that's where I decide to put sometimes my rhinestones, right? And I want to do a couple of tiny ones up in the... Do I want to do it? Will it look like it's... I don't know if I want to put them... I was going to say put them up here. I don't want people to think it's like... I don't know. Nah, I think I'll just leave them down there. I think it's cute. Okay. I had one more to do, but I don't know. I think you guys are probably tired. You know what? I'm going to do it real quick. Because I cut all the pieces. They're already colored. And it's just going to be a real quick one. And if you stick around, fine. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're not on Facebook, my Facebook Live right now, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. I love getting new subscribers. All right, so I have a piece of white, basic white, as a card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then a piece of basic black, 5 1/4 by 4. Now this is, oh, isn't that pretty? I'm not using that paper though. And then I'm using this side. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. Oh, I hate covering this up. But I wanted to show you. Sometimes I like doing just a monochromatic card. So now this one, I'm just going to do like this. Center it just like that. And this is a simple card. And I just thought, I don't know. I forget what I was going to do now. I cut these out. I want the fence behind him. I'm just going to play around with it again. Because I can't remember. I don't know, maybe I didn't have the fence in here. So I was trying to, this is kind of goofy. I was trying to find something. Well, maybe I won't be using that. Maybe I just did this. I was trying to find something so that, oh, yeah. Ooh, I just had a thought. What if he was, oh, look, won't that be cute? All right, so see this here? It's kind of funny. I was trying to find, I took the Halloween. This is from the Cutest Cat bundle, and it's the ghost punch. So I punched it out, and I was trying to fit, you know, words in it. They're all over the place, but I couldn't find, I was trying to find something small enough to fit in that. And then, you know what I found? I thought this was hysterical. I pulled out this Hippo Happiness that I've used the dies that go with this a million times, but I've never used the stamp set. And look, you are special, EWU, because see, there's a sheep on this one. So I said, oh my gosh, will it fit? And it does. So I was going to be so silly about this because I just think this is a cute one. But I just realized that he could be climbing out of this fence. All right, so I'm going to put some glue. So it's like he's climbing, right? Ah, come on, get out of here. Hang on. Glue's not cooperating. Oh, here we go. I think that it'll fit right around there. Let me throw this piece away that has the glue on it before. Because I wanted him to kind of be like climbing over the fence like that. He's so cute! Right? Oh my goodness. I'm just getting silly. And then I thought that was just so cute to do the edges. Now, know what I'm going to do with this one? Jill, are you still there? I know you said you like the edges being done. I'm going to take, oh, this is dangerous though. Let me see. I'm going to take this marker. And I'm going to go around the edge. Real carefully though. I'm using the brush point and I'm just letting a little bit touch the edge. This could go terribly wrong. So far, so good. I may not even be in the image. I'm trying to make it like the bubble. You know, the die, I'm trying to think of the die. Where did I, let me look for a sec. Oh, you know, look. There is actually the stamp. So next time, I didn't realize that because I just pulled out the punch. So it has a, so you have the bubble. So that could be the, oh, but you know what? It's going the wrong way. So I kind of had to do it by hand. So I'm just going around the edge very lightly. Very slowly and lightly. So that just a smidge of the marker is going onto the edge of the paper. The rest is on the grid paper like. Not too bad. Not too bad. Hi, Alice. Oh, Jill, you're there, see? I was thinking of you when I said that. All right, so let's see. If I put that there. Oh, God, I'm crazy. All right, so I think, oh, I just noticed something. Look at this. This line here, I wasn't even going to use the stamp set, but look at that. It's supposed to be like, I guess, the butterfly background. I'm going to use it just as a background. Oops, sorry for the noise. This is so funny. I've never used this set. And when I was looking for something to fit in that thing, I go and see something that's about sheep. How funny is that? All right, now I need a small, sort of small block. I just want to put some background on this. So I am going to grab my my smoky slate because I like to use the same color, and I'm just gonna put a background. I'm gonna turn it around It's not all going the same way. And some of it will be covered by the fence, but that's okay. Oh, I gotta be careful. I got ink all over this block. But I just wanted something to make it so it's not so blah in the background. All right. So that was Smoky Slate, ink on Smoky Slate. All right. So yeah. So this way we're kind of staying all monochromatic, right? And I think that'll just give us just enough. See? Oh, isn't that cute? Just enough for the background. All right. So I'm going to put this up. Let's see. This will go. Do I want to put that on? I think I'll put this flat. I wish I had thought to put a ribbon behind it. Well, do you think it needs a... Well, it's not going to have a... Do I want to put this... Yeah, I'm going to put this flat. If I were to make this again, I would probably put a ribbon behind it. In fact, say that. You know, I would wrap it, but you know what? I'm just going to put one. So hang on. Oh, yeah, it's going to be on the back. Donna, I was thinking, what am I doing? Yeah, on the back. So it's going to go, I was thinking, just as I was about to put adhesive down, I'm going to put adhesive down the middle of this and just lay this sparkly ribbon. This is our black organdy ribbon, and then I'll put this back down. Just like that. Sometimes you just need something in the background. Okay. Trim these down. I was just looking at the computer. I could have sworn... Oh, you know what? I just rolled it. I was going to say, I could have sworn I saw someone say, hello. You just turn it over. Black and white, always classic. Yes, that's true. All right, so let me crease this. Yeah, that's good. All right, so I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. I just love it. It's climbing over the fence. It's escaping. Oh my goodness. I have to, oh my goodness, I'm realizing how late it is because like I said, I have that Stampin' Up leadership convention going on. I'm just cutting some skinny strips because I don't want my fence to be sagging, right? It's ribbon, goodness. And let's see, I'm going to cut some bother. Oh, bother. Just turn it over. I don't know what you're talking about, Alice. What should I turn over? Am I past that already? Okay, and will that fit right there? Nope, too big. All right, I need another. This one will be fine over this. I know, you guys, I mean, you're probably like sitting here going, you know, I don't really need to watch you put on dimensionals, but all right. I just don't want things to sag. Okay, two more strips. Oh, I should have used black. What's that saying? Hindsight is 20/20. Yeah, I always think of things after the fact. And I see that I could use one over here by the feet, and that'll hold that in place. All right, now I got to take these all off. I usually like to use my take your pick tool, but I don't know, I put the little pointer end of it. I needed to use the stylus, so I replaced the pointer end and said, let me put this in a safe spot. Oops, I think I got them all. Okay. And do you think I know where that safe spot is? It's so safe that I don't know where it is. Okay. Oh, I really like this. I know, is that awful saying that? All right, and then this is, oh, just a couple. Just a couple. Oh, isn't that cute? All right, gotta get some rhinestones on it. And then we'll be done. And I have to get ready for... That leadership training was supposed to be in Las Vegas. Oh my God, I was so excited about going to Vegas, and then they had to stop everything. You know that COVID thing. Oops. Hey, get over here. Oh, come on. And one more. All right. Cute, right? Oh, we got a straight. I was trying to decide. Oh, you know what? Look. Should I put that one there? Like he's talking to her? Are you talking to me? What do you guys think? Or is it too much? If I had thought of that, I would have pushed this whole thing over. I just didn't think it fit very well. But that would be kind of cute. What do you think? But I gotta move this up higher. I hope I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. I might ruin it. What do you think? Should I add that one? What's your thoughts? Bueller? You guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about when I say that. What do you think, guys, before I end this? I mean, I can cover up those rhinestones. I don't care about that. I kind of think I should. I think I do like that. I'm going to take this. Sure. Oh, Laura, you're still here. I figured you left. All right, let's just put a few dimensionals. Oh, I wish this wasn't monochromatic, because you know what? She should be blushing. I should have like little pink cheeks. He's saying, you're so special. You are special. And she's blushing. Okay. Let me clear the decks and pull out. Where's that other card? Oh, here it is. Just add it. Oh, yeah. Add it. Yep. So there are our cards. What do you think? This one's a little busy, but it's still cute. I don't know. I like them. Sometimes I just go a little too much, you know, when you're at that spot where you say, oh, I think I should have stopped. All right, so that's it. So I am all done for the day. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, follow my page. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Oh, these came out cute. I love this one. I thought this one I wasn't sure about, but I think that's kind of cute. I might change this to say something else another time, but cute cards. Thanks, Lori. All right, guys, so don't forget, I have my promotion going on. What's today? Today's the 27th. 1, 2, 3, 4 more days to get my card class to go. This is my second half of August card class to go. These are the cards. And this is the other side of this paper pack. And I use the Sunny Sentiment stamp for that. You can use whatever sentiments you have, because you can just whatever fits in these white die cuts and labels. And like, it's right here, the information's right there. You can earn it for free when you shop with me on my online store, and place an order of $35 or more. The last one, you know what? I wasn't going to do this one, but I really do like it. I love him climbing out of the little fence area. But so $35 minimum, but spend $50 and you'll at least get the stamp set, right? I don't care if you don't spend $50, but if you are going to go $35, spend another $15 and get the counting sheet for free. Because you can always, if you don't spend $100 and get the other set, the dies for it, you could fussy cut them. They're not too bad. But such a cute set. So that is, again, on page 10 and 11 of the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So this goes through the end of September. And my card class goes to the end of August. And anything you purchase with me helps me earn the cruise. I'm getting close, guys. I have to color this in a little more. This little level here is almost colored in because I'm only 1,100 points away now. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And I will see you next Friday, if not before. Take care. Bye-bye.